virtual photo walks.
Okay, the entire now Maxwell family here, so come on over here and grab a knee in the front. So right here, now your family, come on over here in the front on your knee, one knee. Right here in the center.
All right.
There's the staff that made it all happen.
All right, veterans, we can see our flags again. Veterans, where's your flags at, guys? Let's see that big thing on the flag. Yes, give us a big smile. That's a beautiful picture. I'm going to be like taking pictures right now, so I'm not going to ask you to get silent group of clearing a round of applause. Let's see a round of applause. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for making this happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Congratulations. Later in the day.
All right, welcome, sir. I've been looking for Gilmore all morning. How are you? Really nice.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for your service.
Evening, fellas. Let me get down here. James, thank you for your service. Welcome to your memorial. Nice little cool day in DC.
Feels good.
Not quite like Austin, huh?
Yeah, not quite. A little more brisk this morning, but I think it feels good.
Good morning, sir. So I'm video taping this live.
Oh, are you?
Yep. Well,
Okay.
I'm the videographer. The real master is in the background. And then we're displaying it out.
So the people that couldn't make it here are watching it right now.
It's an awesome video because it's so clear. It's just amazing.
I'm going to come up behind them.
Okay, we got Mark in here now. That's good.
Good. Good. Guess I leave you again. I think I needed it, but I'm glad I've got it now.
Yeah. A little background, the World War II Memorial was dedicated to Americans who served in the armed forces as or as civilians during the World War II. Has 56 pillars, a pair of small triumphal arches surrounding a plaza with a fountain, and sits in the National Mall in Washington, D.C. Dedicated 2004 by George W. Bush on May 29th, and is managed by the National Park Service. $4.4 million people visit every year. Unbelievable. That's something.
Thank you. Always be better to be always better to be from than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've waited over 65 years to see your memorial. This is it. This is your memorial that was built for you over 65 years after the war was over. It's been a long time. I often ask myself, why did it take them over 65 years to build a memorial to honor our men and women of the British generation? And Senator Bob Dole was instrumental in making this happen. When you started World War II veterans. And we were talking about this last night, how when you guys and ladies came back from the war, what did you complain? You came back, you were 17, 18, early 20s, you came back, you went to the Great Depression, you went to fight a world war, and you came back and you rebuilt America. You put your double back away, you didn't complain, and you rebuilt our country. You saved our country and the world from tyranny, and you rebuilt our nation to be the greatest nation on earth. And we still are. And the newest generation, today's generation, we will not let you down. We will not let you down. We're going to keep the legacy going, and we're going to continue to be the greatest nation on earth. We will not let you down. This is your memorial. The wall of stars in front of you represents the 400,000 that you're trying to get home. Look at the wall of stars. We lost about 58,000 in Vietnam, about 54,000 in Korea, and 400,000 in World War II. And there we are, the 400,000. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give our World War II veterans a welcome to Washington, D.C. So, in a minute, we're going to have a brief ceremony. We're going to ask that the World War II veterans remain in your seats. Remain in your seat. You can take your hat off, remove the chest with the national anthem and the sound of the tap. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the sound of the tap. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the patriot blood of arms bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of God reign. If we can clear this top step, the young guy is going to stand behind these veterans real quick. If we can clear a space for the young guy, they're going to stand on this top step and photo line.
Ballard, you can turn your phone horizontal and it'll look better. Over 400 designers entered the contest to build the memorial. And Frederick St. Florian was the initial design, was selected in 1997.
In Austin, that weren't able to make it.
Buddy of mine talked to you last night.
You probably talked with John. I'm Ron. John's up in Canada.
Oh, is that Ron, Ryan? Who's that?
And your name, sir? And your name? Larry?
I talked to so many people this week. Hi.
So many people. This is Larry.
Larry. I don't think so.
No?
Yeah.
Mark Ballard?
Yeah.
Yes, so Mark. Oh, Mr.
They're in the room
Ballard.
now. You can say hello.
Oh,
the
good.
Ballard is here.
Let me lower down the camera a little bit.
were just talking to Larry.
Yeah, this is Mark. My dad was just on screen. I sure appreciate it.
Great.
Got Mr. Ballard in front of us. Mr. Ballard, live streaming back to your son.
Say hi for me, Ron.
Your son says hi, sir. He can see you live.
From this side, we have guardians for this fine folks. We need to bring this over. We're creating one more rank to the front.
My pleasure, sir. And Mark, I just did this with my father back in April.
What a great service.
Ron has walked the walk. He does a lot of this for us, and he's his father's. He's a veteran. His dad's a veteran. Oh, I guess they're setting up the photo now, are they?
Feel like it a little bit farther back to see them?
You could step up on those steps behind you and get an overall shot. Yeah, that's great.
Here's the interested people that came along. There's just a few people here.
Yeah, just center on the overall shot there, and that's great. Maybe a little closer. The reception with the Verizon is perfect in this location.
Oh, good.
And Zoom makes it all the difference. This is as crystal clear with no lag as you can get, Ron. There's no pixelation. It's just amazing. Now we're good to go.
Good. My eyes were still recording, so don't worry.
Yeah, I won't edit this too much. I'll just put it up in its entirety so everybody can just experience the whole trip as it is. You can move around, Ron, and just get down in the mix and maybe talk to a couple of folks and talk to Mr. Ballard and ask him where he served. And I think Mark said he was Pacific Theater.
See if you can find Mr. Ballard again. They're fast. They're sneaky.
They're
Oh, we
fast.
got it. Oh, we're still live. Sure, we can get some folks on.
My dad would have been one of these guys here.
Howdy, sir. Howdy, sir. We're videotaping you live back to Austin. Yes, we are. We got it.
Does he
we've got
want
a
to
few
say hello
folks
to
on the
anybody?
line. Where did you serve, sir? In the South Pacific, understand? And your name is Hansford Ferguson. Well, thank you for your service, sir. Is there anything you'd like to say to any folks out there watching?
It's been a great life. I appreciate your support.
He said it's been a great life and he appreciates your support. Thank you again for your service, sir.
Yeah, you can say hello to any of those folks like that, Ron. It's great. Ask them if they'd like to say anything to anybody and say hello to anybody.
Howdy, sir. Hey, nice to meet you. Ron McCready. We're videotaping live and streaming out back to folks in Texas.
Okay.
And your name, sir, John?
Dan.
Dan, Ron McCready. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for what you're doing here.
Oh, it's our pleasure. I was also a veteran Air Force. Where did you serve? Stateside or in the Pacific? Or?
Well, I was in World War II in Pacific. No, I was in Germany and France, and England.
Germany, France, and England. Excellent.
Yeah. And then in Korea, I was out of Okinawa, and then in Vietnam, I was out of Guam and Flying Beach.
So you would say you're an underachiever, sir.
Well, appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Our pleasure, sir. You be safe. Have a great day.
They have their own hashtag.
He's also very lucky. 3 wars and survived.
Here to talk to us.
Yeah, amazing.
Howdy, sir. We're streaming live back to folks back in Texas. We're streaming live back to folks in Texas that couldn't make it. This is John Pace. And where did you serve, sir?
CBI, China, Burma, India.
Only China, Burma, India. And he's a U.S. Air Force World II veteran. I'm telling this for the folks that can't always read your sign here. And what part of Texas are you from?
Army Air Corps, Austin.
He's from Austin. Well, John, excellent to see you.
Considered South Central.
Understand. I've been there a few times.
You been lately?
I have not been lately.
You won't recognize
It's changed a bit.
me. Huge city.
Oh, I remember. I saw it back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. Different country.
Understand. Well, thank you again for your service, sir. And anything you'd like to say to the folks back in Texas?
My duty, I was lucky to serve. Went in 18, got out 21.
Very good, sir.
It was a big adventure.
I'm sure it was. Very good, sir. Have a safe day. Nice meeting you.
One thing, I'm a little disappointed here. They have the Atlantic and Pacific. They did not have the China, Burma, India operation. Very major part of the war.
He was mentioning that there was no representation of China, Burma, India aspect of World War II Memorial. Thank you again for your... Understood, sir.
I'm impressed.
Well, you can tell them they're going to hear about it now.
Well, now it's been recorded, sir. Thanks again. Have a great day, sir. Let us go around and see what we can find.
You can walk around to one of the each end, Ron, and get a look at, show the different pillars and the main triumph there at that end, and we'll cover that one and then do the European. I've been doing a lot of research on the Pacific War lately because my parents were in the World War II in the European side, and I got a lot of that history. But lately, I've been reading on more on the Pacific War. Man, there's a soldier who survived that with the nickname Sledgehammer. If you ever want to do a search on YouTube about that fella in Pello, that was a terrible, terrible slaughter. Just a mess.
After your recommendation yesterday, John, I went and searched for Sledgehammer and found it, and I'm about halfway through. What a great show, and apparently he's written a great book about his service too.
It's pretty graphic.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. We're in the Atlantic side of things here.
Did we find Texas?
You
Yeah, we
can
did.
you can go and then go up that ramp where the people are up high, and there's some great stuff there.
I got a good view on it.
Yeah, we are determined that before the sun sets this terrible struggle, our flag will be recognized throughout the world as a symbol of freedom on the one hand, and of overwhelming force on the other.
General George Marshall.
He knew all about the force.
I just went to, I think it was a couple years ago, I went to George Marshall's house here in Leesburg, Virginia. Sorry about the whistle. That was one of my other apps playing.
Each one of these pillars is for a state. You can pan up to the top and show the wreaths. There we go. It's very scenic. The I guess the decal on the floor, and the then the view straight up is inside is amazing. There's a shot.
Feel free to wave to folks back in Texas. We got you live online.
Anybody you'd like to say hello to, give a shout out. The Texans are all likely saying, "Why isn't our pillar bigger than everybody else's?"
It's one of the tallest in the spots.
I was just doing some reading on West Point yesterday as well, and West Point lost more people killed in, I think it was Vietnam, than any other military college. Quite interesting to see the sacrifice, I guess, because most of them were officers and led from the front, so they ended up catching it.
Yes. We are broadcasting live back online to Texans, if you'd like to say hi. We are broadcasting live, sir, back to Texas. And Canada.
And Florida. And Florida.
John, in regards to the war memorials there in Washington, isn't there one for World War I also?
Yes, there
I
is.
can't
Just
remember.
down the way between here and Martin Luther King Memorial.
Okay, my grandfather, right? My grandfather served in World War I. He got exposed to mustard gas and everything, and he died when my father was just a newborn baby. So he,
Wow.
he basically came home pretty bad shape. He lived up until 1940.
I believe we got your. Is this Mr. Ballard? Is this Mr. Ballard?
No, right here.
Oh, there we go. My apologies.
There he is. There he is, Mark.
Mr. Ballard, your son is waving hi from Texas.
Yeah, daughter
More
is
cheese.
on too.
And your daughter's online too.
Daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law, thank you.
That's great. Thanks to all involved.
My pleasure.
All right. 1, 2.
All right. We're on live back to Texas. Anything you want to say? He said he's excited to be here. Mr. Huffman, thank you for your service. And one of the chairman and coordinator. You're live, sir.
Well, welcome to your memorial. It's a virtual memorial for you, but we wish you were here. But you're here in spirit. This is a beautiful memorial. It's a beautiful day. And we have 51 World War II memorials from Austin, Texas, experiencing this trip of a lifetime. And when and if y'all can come in person, we're going to take you. But take it all in. It's a beautiful morning. All of us from Austin, Texas, here in Washington, D.C., we miss you. We love you. And we say thank you for your service. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
We are broadcasting live from Texas. We're back to Texas, Florida. Anything you'd like to say, sir? And we're broadcasting live.
Once you get Niall Maxwell, did you get him yet?
I don't know.
He's our donor. He paid for this flight. He's a big supporter of World War II vets. He's from Austin, Texas. His name is Niall Maxwell.
Where would he be? We're going to meet Niles Maxwell. Here we go.
Parker, he's been over with his family.
Okay, the Hoplingo, then Athena, and Craig.
He's walking this way right now, pushing the wheelchair.
Okay.
You see him?
Yes.
Sunglasses on, he just waved.
Yes.
That's him.
We'll go visit Mr. Niles Maxwell.
Get him out.
We're broadcasting live back to Texas. If there's anyone you'd like to say hi to, we'll capture it online.
Broadcasting live to Texas. Is there anybody you want to say hello to? Okay, your wife, Abby. And you have 11 grandchildren, right?
This is Mr. Andrews, United States Navy World War II veteran. Thank you very much for your service, sir. We'll try to find Mr. Niles Maxwell. Oh, that doesn't make me feel comfortable. Howdy, sir. We're streaming live back to folks in Texas and around the world.
We're streaming live back to Austin.
Indeed. Make sure I got it in view here. Oh, yes, we got a fine shot.
Excellent.
Thank you very much for your service, sir.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Couldn't be better, right? Sunny day, and nobody's shooting at us, right?
Not yet.
And, sir, where did you serve?
I served with the 87th Chemical War Battalion in Europe.
87th Chemical War Battalion? Mortar Battalion. Just a small unit, I'm sure. Just a small unit, not much impact, right? They left a big boom.
Silver Star recipient in all the major campaigns and battles in Europe. Every one of them.
Thank you very much for your service, sir.
Thank you.
Is there anything you'd like to say to any folks back home?
Yeah.
They're recording live. They can hear it live if you want.
We're recording live. You're on TV. Okay. Do I have anything to tell you? Yes, I'm enjoying it here. I've never been here before.
Excellent.
I'm glad to see you.
We're glad you're here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Chapel, nice meeting you.
Let's do it over here.
And now we will try to, and his escort was Mr. Miles, and I forget his name, one of the major sponsors for this effort that we have here today. Mr. Miles Maxwell? I hope I don't butcher his name. We can't walk up the ramp because they're obviously doing some cleaning. And they do have some people up there, so we'll come down. And we're back on the Pacific side.
Okay. Just hold that right there and I'm not taking any screenshots. I'm just going to do the recording.
Gotcha.
Today, the guns are silent. A great tragedy has ended. A great victory has been won. The skies no longer rain death. The seas bear only commerce. Men everywhere walk upright in sunlight. The entire world is quietly at peace. Who wrote that, Ron? I can't see the bottom line.
Put my glasses on so I can read it myself. General Douglas MacArthur.
Well said.
And this is Mr. Ike Iverson.
I'm putting him on Facebook because relatives are looking for him.
He's wanted. He's wanted.
Yep. They want to know he's here.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's talk.
Oh, yeah, video proof.
Let's
again.
talk to him. Say hello.
Yeah. Mr. Iverson, how are you? We're live streaming back to folks in Texas, Florida, and around the world. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Is there any message you'd like to send back to them? Is there anything you'd like to say? Whoever, family, it's being recorded too, so they can play it back for them.
Well, I have just been really honored by making this trip. And I was really touched at the airport, both airports. And to me, this is the climax of the whole deal, to see the World War II Memorial.
Excellent. And
And these two people I just talked to were from Australia, and they were interested also because they had close association
I'd also make emphasis that Mr. Iverson is a former Marine.
yeah. Once a Marine, always a
Yes, sir. Well, I did not say ex-Marine, sir.
Marine. Okay, you said farmer, and that was the thing.
Absolutely. I stand corrected. Well, nice meeting you, sir. Thank you again for your service.
Thank you very much.
You be safe and have a wonderful day.
Doesn't the Navy always tease everybody else that they're the senior service?
Yes, but they're also just the transport for the Marine Corps.
Right on.
This is the Battle of Midway.
Let's see here. Battle of Midway, June 4th to the 7th, 1942. They had no right to win, yet they did, and in doing so, they changed the course of the war, even against the greatest of odds. There is something in the human spirit, a magical blend of skill, faith, and valor that will lift men from certain defeat to incredible victory.
And that was stated by Walter Lord Author. And here we have China, Burma, India.
Well, if you see that fellow again, point it out to him.
Certainly have to pass up.
He wasn't neglected after all.
He was not neglected.
We'll make sure he sees the video and gets a look at that.
And we'll try to capture the other states here.
Yeah, you can go up the ramp and get a view down from that.
We cannot neglect this.
Oh, yes. Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941, a date that will live in infamy no matter how long it may take us to overcome the premeditated invasion. The American people in their righteous might will win through absolute victory. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
We got American Samoa, Guam, Hawaii.
I'm glad you found the mention of Burma. That was that'll be nice for him to see. Maybe just stop there and do a pan around in a circle slowly, Ron. It's I think you're in a good spot there. Beautiful.
Back up here.
Excellent.
I want to show you
Oh, yeah.
what's often seen is the wreath and the eagles. Am I getting a good shot there?
Very good.
First, we'll take it from this angle.
Try a straight up shot now, if you can.
Oh, I can.
Look up. Look way up. It's good. Yeah, now walk forward and get that shot. So they do a lot of group portraits from this venue, so everybody will remember it. Gorgeous.
What do you say we stop recording at this point?
Okay.
And I will take it down, so save some battery, and I'll walk over to the Korean Memorial.
Okay. I'll just stay on. I can't stop recording because sometimes you lose things if you turn the recording on and off. So I'm just going to leave it going, and you can sign out and come back in.
Okay. I thought I'd get this view because it's so kind of haunting.
I find this memorial very, very scary because it's just kind of look, you're just waiting for the guns to start.
Very haunting. And then you pick it up again off the wall here, where you see the reflections.
Yes, I that was an amazing design to do it that way. I almost joined up. I came very close to going to Vietnam when I was young and foolish and didn't know any better.
I thought that was synonymous
Oh.
with being young.
I thought, you know, my parents were in the war, and I thought, well, if there's one going on, I should go too, right?
Right.
Fortunately, I grew out of that. Actually, I met some Vietnam veterans were holidaying up here, and they also enlightened me.
Ah, yes.
My health hadn't been so bad back in 1988, I would have signed up, and you could have imagined the places I would have gotten to go if I had. So I don't know if it's.
Yeah, you could end up.
I guess it's a matter of perspective. Did my health issues save me from worse things?
My Uncle Fred was in the First World War and flew a Sopwith Camel fighter, and he crashed it, had a serious head injury, and survived till he was in his 99th year, and kept thinking that he would have been like Billy Bishop and Ace and shot down tons of German planes and lived had the same life. And I always said the average lifespan was 4 hours. Uncle Fred, you might have been good, but you weren't that good.
Better to be lucky than good. Just kind of a solemn reflection pool. I think sometimes gets.
Some of the reflections in that wall would be nice too.
Oh, well.
Go back that way.
I will.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
But it's a quiet reflection area, and then they put the, you know, the who contributed, and how it came to be behind here.
Oh, I remember where I read it. The West Point College has put a memorial up that's half the size of the Vietnam Wall, a replica in half size.
Oh, wow.
And they were giving an award to the fellow who played Lieutenant Dan.
We're right here.
Oh.
Gary Sinise.
Yeah, he's like he's taken his the Lieutenant Dan band all around to all the USO shows and done quite a job of entertaining the troops.
Was it Gary Sinise that played Lieutenant Dan?
Yes.
Yeah. He's pretty heavily involved in
Look at that.
honoring the vets.
There's the shot. That is amazing. And then the faces coming out of the wall. That's genius.
My uncle-in-law, my wife's uncle, he served during Vietnam, and he was a Green Beret, and it basically affected him so much that he wasn't ready to come home after the war was over, and he actually stayed over there until, I guess, things got a little bit too rough, and then he had to come home.
They were embedded with the Mongard tribesmen in deep in the jungle, and most of the Green Berets were going native and became very close to those tribes people, and they were their family.
Yeah. Well, he said he actually had a wife or wives over there, so he has children over there.
If you go to the Medal of Valor Honor videos, some of the guys are talking just about that. It's quite amazing that they really didn't want to leave.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He stayed over there for probably another year or two until I guess things got too rough, and he knew that if he didn't get out of there, it was going to be bad for him. So,
no question.
And he suffered the consequences of it. He got exposed to Agent Orange, and
that is a great shot. Have you been able to see find Steve and the Texas crowd, Ron, or have they all moved on and it's just a mishmash now?
It's kind of a mishmash. You see a few of them, a few of the veterans bundled up.
Yeah, I didn't publicize that much that we were going to be covering the Korean War, so they weren't really expecting it. So this is just a bonus for the video.
Yeah. Alrighty, it's been good giving you a tour of the World War II Memorial, the Korean Memorial. This is Ron McCready. Y'all have a great day, and see you next time.
Thanks a lot, Ron.
Thank you.
That was Ron McCurdy for Virtual Photo Walks and Honor Flights. And we escorted 51 Honor Flight veterans around their memorial and streamed it back to their base in Austin, Texas. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.